Cheers, vinyl community. I've been reading a lot on VC community videos and hearing a lot about people not showing enough punk, enough new wave. Some of the younger people, I'm talking, in their 20s or, 30s, weren't around when punk came on, and those records are hard to find, so they not have them in their collection. So it's no big deal. I like everything. I have all different tastes. I'll go listen to Johnny Mathis if it's a good record, to the Ramones, to Yes, to Genesis. So I'm all over the map, but I'm going to put together this series where I'm going to separate the genres and explain why I like these particular records and why I think if you could get them, you should have these records. Are great albums. I consider them, from side 1 to side 2, from track 1 to track 10, all, really good. Not perfect, but, good stuff. So we're going to start off with the obvious, probably one of the earliest punk, Sex Pistols. Now, this is about punk and new wave. They kind of blend in. Punk's probably mid-70s to the end of the 70s. We had new wave took over, which was a little more commercial, and that went up to the 80s, I guess. And that's what I believe that should signify to you is the new wave from Europe, from England, the new wave to the States, and that's the Sex Pistols. And this is God Save the Queen. This is the LP. And this is an American press, Warner. I used to have this on 45 from England, which is a prized possession. I believe it's the first issue. So I'll show that when I do my import 45s. And I think one of the first bands to be considered punk was an American band, the Ramones. And this is a great one because this is Rock and Roll High School. And this is on Sire. And this is near Mint. I cleaned this on 3/5/16. I have notes on some of my jackets, and I also have a sheet that indicates when I cleaned it, where I bought it, what I paid for it, what the quality is, if it has any specific markings on the matrix that make it more rare or more desirable. And of course, my favorite Clash album. This is with the hype sticker on it. London Calling. This is a double. This is a perfect album as far as I'm concerned. A perfect double album. And it's in the original shrink, which I kept intact. Didn't even open up the gatefold, because I have a copy with the gatefold open. So this is the classic lineup. Jones, drummer, Simonon, Heaton, mostly Mick Jones, drummer. That's the main guys. That's right there. It's a perfect. And this album, this is a homage. This cover is a homage to Elvis's album on RCA Records when he was bought out from Sun Records by the Colonel, and RCA took him. So the first Elvis album has a picture of Elvis with these colors holding a guitar, and that's the anti, I guess, Elvis. This is punk. And then we have the Velvet Underground, another European-American mix. This is an original on Verve, very hard to find. I bought this I got this luckily in a collection, and I'll talk about that collection one day. This is on MGM. This is near Mint. It's a great record. The spine has been damaged by, I believe, a jealous pussycat, but that's the Velvet Underground. And on here is Beginning to See the Light, Some Kind of Love, What Goes On. I just pulled this as a rare one, but I have a lot of Velvet Underground. I don't have the Banana Peel. I'm still looking for the Warhol original Banana Peel. Here's some Stiff records. Some of them, they're mostly domestic, but they're from Stiff. This is Stiff Live. This has a bunch of the first tour from Stiff Records. It has Ian Dury. I believe that's Edmonds on there. Oh, Nick Lowe, Elvis Costello, Ian Dury, Reckless Eric. This is a great album. A little sampler of it. That's the Stiff label from America. This is on, I believe, Arista. A lot of Stiff artists went to Columbia. But this is a great one if you can have this. I bought this as a cutout. I think this was in like a $3 bin, $2 bin. I picked this up. This is one of my favorite punk records. Stiff Records, Ian Dury, New Boots and Panties. Ian Dury was a joy. I saw them live once in the city. Wake Up and Make Love to Me, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. Clever Trevor. This is a must-have. And it's also on the Stiff record label. Hey, my grandson's here checking in. This is also on the Stiff record label. This is I believe, a Columbia press. Okay, Stiff Records. Oh, no, this is Arista. I'm sorry, Arista. There you go. Here we have another great. Are you a little punker? Here we have another great Elvis Costello, My Aim is True, originally on Stiff in London. This has Welcome to the Working Week, Miracle Man, Angels Want to Wear My Red Shoes, Watching the Detectives. This could be a greatest hits. This is one you want to start that punk new wave collection. Here's another one that you want to start. This is a rare one. This was a demo given away to DJs live at the Macombo Club, and this has all of Elvis's raw hits right after the first album on Columbia. This is on Columbia. I believe this is a white label. There you see that white label. I believe these are available now more as a commercial entity. But this says demonstration, not for sale. I really was lucky to get this. This has everything on it. Radio, Lipstick Vogue, Watching the Detectives, Miracle Man, You Belong to Me, Pump It Up. It has Mystery Dance, Waiting for the End of the World, Welcome to the Working Week, Less Than Zero, The Beat, Lip Service, I Don't Want to Go to Chelsea, and Little Triggers. Man, it's if he made this one album, he would be Rock and Roll Hall of Fame material. It's like Elvis at Chess Studios. I mean at Sun Studios. That one album that they did with Black and Scotty Moore, it would have been Hall of Fame material. Here we have another rare one, Reckless Eric. This is a great one. New Wave. This has English Garden, You Got Class, and the famous one, Video Killed the Radio Star, if you remember MTV. Video Killed the Radio Star. I looked that one up. This is on Epic. I believe they were on Stiff originally. Reckless Eric is on that Stiff Live album. This is a must-have. It's very hard to find. I don't see it too often. See, there's some goodie in there. There's also a goodie in here, a nice insert. So when a lot of newcomers on the VC community are not showing, they're showing contemporary, they're showing classic rock. These punk new wave records are hard to come by, especially if you're a certain age. I was able to get these when they came out. I even have a jacket on that I would wear to clubs, if you can see that. It's a club jacket. It still fits. Cheers. Here's another one from Stiff. Rachel Sweet, Fool Around. This is a great one. Who Does Lisa Like? It has on a Pin of Metal on Mary, Girl with the Synthesizer. There she is right there. And this is a top loader. And there you have the inner, hard inner. And this is on Stiff. Really nice Stiff label. Stiff Records. Then we have another new wave rock, punk, I would say, Bow Wow Wow, which has a great hit, I Want Candy. This is an EP, 12-inch. Okay. This is RCA. There's the dark RCA. But this is a great sounding record. I Want Candy. New wave punk. Here we have another one, the Bongos. New wave, I'm considering this new wave punk. This is also on RCA. This has the hype sticker still on it with the original shrink. You can see I picked this up for about $3. And this has a bonus lyric sheet in it. The Bongos. Space Jungle, Come Back to Me is on the hype. Here we have another cool one. It's one of my favorites. Still in the original shrink. Reckless Eric, The Whole Wide World. This is fantastic. And this sounds super. Also Stiff. You can see the Stiff label. It's a stiff label from, let's see here. This is Stiff. I don't know what label this is, but it's, can't tell from here. Here's the label. But if you're looking it up, it's USE1, and it's manufactured. The owner. I have to get back to you on this. It looks like it's definitely a Stiff record. Might be the Stiff label on in US. Yeah, that's it right there. Stiff Records, Reckless Eric, The Whole Wide World on Stiff Records. US press. Here we have another great one, Nick Lowe. New wave punk. Nick Lowe was also in a rock pile with Dave Edmunds. Nick Lowe is still around. He's fantastic. If you can find his Christmas album of a few years back, which was a 45 RPM, 12-inch full record, sounds great. It's on Columbia. Rockpile was also on Columbia with Dave Edmunds and Nick Lowe. And this has a few of the Graham Parker's people on it. Graham Parker's also a great punk new wave artist from London, a working man pub singer that made it big here. Then we have this one. You Need This Perfect New Wave, Cheap Trick, live at Budokan. This has everything on it. Hello there. Come on, come on. Ain't it a shame? I want you to want me and surrender. This also has a little booklet inside. And this record is on Epic. But this is a classic, live at Budokan. Probably sold 10 million. Then you can't go wrong with the Blondie as new wave punk, Eat to the Beat. All of Blondie's records are a must. Deborah Harry, Blondie, Inner, Heart Inner, and Chrysalis. Deborah Harry, saw her a number of times. Always good. And here's that punk look right there. And then you can't go wrong, of course, with the new wave of the Cars, Candy O. Every Car album is a must. This is still in shrink. It has the decal hype sticker. This is a Vargas painting. Vargas used to paint exclusively for Playboy. Every month there was a Vargas pinup. Had a lot less clothes on, but this was a Vargas pinup. Vargas, I believe, passed away. But this is a classic Candy O. And that says, Let's Go, Night Spots, It's All I Can Do, Candy O. This is the one you get. This is a favorite of mine. I play this all the time. Not too many people know about Bram Tchaikovsky. Bram Tchaikovsky is a trio. And this record is just fantastic. Sounds-wise, you can hear the guitar strings, the metallic guitar strings. I always point that out to people. And this has Strange Man, Change Man, Girl in My Dreams, Lady from the USA, and a great take on the Monkees' I'm a Believer. So pick this up. If I would recommend out of all these, that's obscure, I would do Bram Tchaikovsky. All the rest of them you probably know about. Probably the Reckless Eric. But that's on Polydor. This is an American pressing. Whenever I see this, I buy it. It's usually, I got this at Spin Me Around record store, which is in Pennsylvania, for $1. Sometimes they just throw in records just to bring you in the store. This was probably during a sale. And but I also have that. I've also bought that when it came out. Of course, the records, another new wave punk. This is on Virgin Records. Fantastic album. Really nice label there, Virgin. As a vinyl community person, I am told one of the prerequisites are to show the labels. Some don't show the labels. It takes a lot of time because you got to put everything back in. Okay, so we've got that. Here's the shrink. I always keep my shrink on. It does not warp the record. And this was used at 15. I don't think I paid 15. Then, of course, I'm going to end with The Police. Synchronicity. This is a classic album. Still sells to this day. This has the inner. It has a nice little merchandise sheet. They didn't make enough money selling records, so you got to sell T-shirts, right? Here's the inner. And this has everything on it too. Synchronicity, Walking on the Moon, Every Breath You Take, King of Pain, Synchronicity. And here's the label, which mirrors the cover. I believe there's different variations of this cover. This is A&M. But this is a great audiophile pressing as an OG. And that's it for the 20. That's just some I picked out. You could start with any one of these. Bram Tchaikovsky, I would definitely get the Clash, that double Clash. That's a must. And then up here, which started it all off back in the day. This record sounds great. This is Red Bird. Not sure the year. It's kind of beat up, but Shangri-La, Leader of the Pack. Is so cool, and it has Leader of the Pack on it. It has Bulldog, What Is Love, Twist and Shout, Shout, You Can't Sit Down by D. Clark. This record's beat up, but I just wanted to show it as where we came from is this type of stuff. Little Richard was probably one of the first punks. I also would do Billy Idol. I pulled one of his records, but it didn't make the pile. I wanted to keep it short. But this is a great OG pressing, old OG pressing that still holds up, still sounds pretty good. Leader of the Pack. And this is on Red Bird RB20 101. As you can see, the record has some wear on it. It's been around. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little segment. I wanted to do something different. A lot of talk on, like I said, on the YouTube airwaves about punk, rock, not showing a lot of punk, not showing a lot of new wave. And, there's everything there. I don't begrudge anyone with everything they like. I also have jazz. I also have vocals. I like Tom Jones. I like Sinatra. I like, Nat King Cole. Dean Martin, so it runs. Good music is good music. Ellington said there are two kinds of music: good music and bad music, and that's where we should leave this segment. So please subscribe. I'm really trying to get the channel going. We're doing a lot of work here, trying to pull these records and showing you what I think you may like. Start your collection. But in my opinion, these are a great way to jumpstart your new wave punk collection. But as far as I'm concerned, it's rock and roll. Especially, bands like Velvet Underground, they transcend genres. The Clash transcend. The Ramones started it in America. Maybe one of the first punkers. So that's about all that. But thanks a lot for watching. And if you can, please subscribe once again and like the button, like it, If you like it, hit the button. Thanks a lot. Keep rocking. Tony's LPs R Us are out, and we'll be seeing you soon. Peace.